We're thrilled to show the new logo, introduce the name, and pay homage to a big part of the culture and the heartbeat of our city. Being able to name the team Capital City GoGo is a thrill. We think the fans, through the research and are working with all parts of the city, just said that this, as Chris said during the interview on television, a no-brainer, just a very natural name, and I think we'll be able to do great things with it. We should talk a little bit about where we are in the build-out of the arena. Being able to play in a new arena, the same practice facility where the Wizards will play, to put the GoGo there, and also to have the Mystics play there. It's all part of bringing together that NBA basketball platform and having the three teams.
Okay, great. Well, thank you, Ted. I'm Greg Odell, the Events DC. We're the Convention and Sports Authority for the city, so we're so delighted to be in partnership with Ted and with Monumental and with the mayor to create this amazing experience, this sports entertainment arena. So as you all may have heard, the clock is ticking, so we have less than 200 business days to actually get it built, but the crew is working extremely hard. It's going to be an amazing state-of-the-art facility. You'll see we'll top off this facility come in January, and so then we'll close the building, and so by September we will be complete. And we'll be ready for all the wonderful Monumental teams, including the Capital City GoGo as well. So we're very excited.
Okay, questions?
Will there be GoGo shows there?
So for sure, one of the things we're going to do is lots of diverse programming. So we'll have concerts, and we will certainly have GoGo there as well.
How did the name Capital GoGo come about?
I wish I could tell you it was like real sophisticated. We brought in a third party. It was a natural name. I bet you we had dozens of fans. My seatmate and partner, Roger Modi, showed me from last June a text from a good friend that said, "You know what you want to name this? The GoGo." And it just was a name that we wanted to be respectful. And we went into the community and asked fans, asked people who would be our neighbors, did they think that this was an appropriate homage to music that we kind of grew up with, music that we felt good about. And we've been doing GoGo nights here. We've been dealing with Chuck's family, and last year's concert was greeted like just over the top successful, and I just think that it's so endemic to our city, and that's what we want. We wanted a very, very authentic voice, something that was named that people had an immediate connection to, and so the name was very organic. Everything was designed in-house. We didn't have to go find someone to help us to create it. And we have unanimity that it's the right look, the right feel. The bongo sound, the percussion sound is very, very natural to our city. And I remember first year that I bought the Wizards and moved into the office here, looking out my window and seeing Chuck walking up the street, man. And he just was the coolest looking guy. I remember he had this great black hat on, and the way he strode up the street and everyone running around him, giving him a handshake. So it just feels right for us, and I think the city will bond with it.
With when you guys officially have the team, just about every NBA team will have them at that point, what do you kind of see? I know you talked about what it can do for you guys. What do you think as a league as a whole, the G League is going to start looking like?
Well, I think all enterprises have to reimagine what the world will look like in 10 years. And I think that the NBA, led by Adam Silver, really gets that the NBA is this platform and has players and has brands that can be enjoyed on a global basis. And the platform will allow us to have an NBA team a G League team, which will serve not only development for us, but to reach a younger audience. We have a WNBA team. We have an esports team, which we'll be talking about on Monday. We have a summer league team. And I think you'll see more and more the ability to take all of these brands, all of these businesses, and turn them into data properties and make a mobile first kind of world. And so the more brands that you have, the better. And for the league, I think that this whole discussion about one and done and how we develop players, what I envision is that the GoGo will become very much like the Hershey Bears are to the Washington Capitals. That is a very, very strategic relationship. We put our coaches there. We have a lot of influence on the system that they play, the language, the training, the vocabulary, the plays, so that when someone comes up from Hershey and plays on the Caps, they're able to hit the ice running, if you will, because it's the same culture, it's the same teaching system. We haven't had that with the D League. Everyone's basically a free agent in the D League. So I'm sure at some point there'll be a change in the rules. Maybe the draft will get deeper, and then it'll be very, very exciting where if one day you can sign someone out of high school, or it's a one and done world, and the draft is deeper, you put them in your G League team, and now you're promoting, you're saying, go to St. Elizabeth's, go watch our future, and maybe if you have a phenom, all of a sudden it's helping the big team, but it's also an ability to extend down, if you will, because those tickets will be much more affordable. We'll have about 4,000 seats in the new arena. We have 20,000 seats here for the NBA.
With the team being in the Southeast, will you all be working together with the organization and DC events to make sure that those Ward 8 citizens are having a fair chance to have employment opportunities down there in the facility?
Yes, and I spent the day there yesterday, and Greg can talk about the answers. Absolutely yes.
Yeah, I think it's very important on many levels. The fact that we're going to be in Ward 8, this is going to be a catalyst for the city. And so both in terms of driving development there, but also in the immediate driving jobs for construction, but also jobs operationally. So it's something not only across the city to have residents, but specifically from Ward 8 and from Ward 7 as well, across the river, is very important to us. And so further to that, once it's built, we hope that not only will it be an amenity for those residents to enjoy all the programming, but we're going to allow for the residents to actually participate and do events in the venue as well.
Do that quick math. How many events is that a year? Like how many?
So we've roughly probably about 10% of events. So on average, if we do 50 of what we call the non kind of professional events, then probably roughly around 5 events will be community events that they actually will participate and actually produce themselves or rent the facility.
Some G League teams in the past, or D League teams as well, have had tryouts when the teams first came into action. Is that something you guys have thought about already, or still kind of far off?
The answer is yes. You want to open this up to the whole basketball world, and you'll find diamond in the roughs. We're doing things like that for our Arena Football League teams, where we have open tryouts, and it's amazing the talent that comes. You played for a major college program, you graduated 2 years ago, you're working, and you still want to keep the dream going. And there's an incredible amount of talent in the D League as it is, and by NBA teams embracing G League teams, we should be able to up the performance, the nutrition, the training, and my expectation is that you want the G League to be the second best basketball league in the world. I mean, right now you'd say that the AHL and hockey is the second best hockey league in the world, and that should be our goal as a league. And I think that for the fans to be able to go in a more affordable basis, a more community-oriented basis, we're going to be very focused on supporting all of the schools in Ward 7 and Ward 8. We're working very, very hard with organizations like Martha's Table. In fact, we were there yesterday, and I went into the convenience store, and I didn't see saw a lot of food, but I didn't see a lot of healthy food. And then we crossed the street, and there had been a delivery of a whole bunch of fresh vegetables. I was like, that's what we want. We want choice. We want to be able to use this great gift that we're working with the leagues to teach moms and dads and families healthy eating, healthy living, and use the athletes as the exemplars to the community.